In Chapter 70, A Hint of Malice, our friends reach Navikapura and chat with the locals before calling it a night.
So cutting down on travel times between townships has been sort of a priority among the citizens. And the problem was, nobody wanted to pay for it. Seemed dead in the water, and the Mullifers stepped in. For a long time, Cliff Ironcloud, I don't know if you know who that is.
Heard the name.
A local advocate who sort of works on behalf of the townships. He was very resistant to cutting a deal with anyone who wasn't a northerner.
Bit of a messiah figure, this guy sounds like.
He's very well regarded here, and I would say until he started making some deals with the Mullifers, you probably couldn't find a person to say a bad thing about him. There's a series of tunnels that are being dug to connect the 4 townships of Navikapura.
The plan is to use steeders, aka giant spooky spiders, as the means of transportation through the tunnels, but in order to keep the steeders docile, a poisonous gas called malice needs to be continuously pumped out onto the floor of the tunnel, sitting low enough to only infect the steeders and not the passengers.
So these malice tanks, somebody's been turning them off, sometimes sabotaging them.
What is the contract? What is the contract specifically for? Is it to find out who's doing it, or?
We need someone to go in, turn the tanks on, see if they can figure out who's been turning them off.
Our friends are suspicious of the fact that the Mullifers are funding a system that allows gas to be pumped throughout an entire city.
I'm not saying...
I don't think every pump is in some way related.
Well, what I'm saying is, if you were interested in performing an experiment, right? Wouldn't that be a fantastic way to dose passengers as well? I'm saying you're putting people, just random travellers, through a gas chamber that's gonna rule out which ones are the right type to do your fucking experiments on.
Hoping to get a closer look at the tunnels, our friends accept the Advocate's contract in the morning, while Graven visits Donovan Ainsley, a local healer and cleric to one of the meddling gods.
I believe that my god is good. I know it. Deeply and truly. And the question becomes, is the bond of trust between you strong enough to survive the aftermath of the moments when they reach through you to do something that you would not on your own?
Thank you for your time.
Good luck, Graven of Kuluzni.
Soon after, our friends enter the Steederway Tunnel.
We should establish some sort of defensive formation in case we're attacked.
We won't. This is the problem, though. Even if we all split up to turn them all on at the same time, if we meet again in another place, there will be no way to know if one of them gets turned off. We all need to have eyes on each one of these.
They locate pump number 1 and turn the wheel.
So someone stay here with their hand on this pipe, keeping their face away from the ground, and then we'll go and we'll start to turn on the other ones and keep our hands by the pipes.
Okay.
They fix pump number 2 and turn the wheel.
Well, I've got the evidence, and she'll take out the cloth. It was in the pipes, so...
Oh, wow.
Actually, do you still have that wrench? We might need it. Go get that wrench.
I'm gonna go back at the wrench.
Who's going to watch this one?
I'll stay here.
Okay.
But while Erland, Orba, and Beezaura are tending to pump number 3, Graven leaves his post to tell Orba...
You stay at this middle one.
Okay.
Okay. And then, back down and maybe see if I can cross paths with Safira.
You're heading back to your pipe?
Yeah.
Great.
So I'm gonna...
You going down to touch it?
Yeah, and to touch it.
Cold.
And then I'm gonna go back.
If we leave anything unattended, it's going to get turned off. Anybody who has one currently running,
Stay there. We're going back to your post.
Graven stays near his vent as Erland and Orba check out the valve.
Just a passing gasp. And as Orba is behind you, something comes out of the wall sort of just over your left shoulder.
An incorporeal creature enters Erland.
15?
15. Ooh! It passes in, and Erland feels this kind of chill wash over him, and he's not sure what to make of it. You see Erland's hands kind of shaking for a moment, and then it passes through him to the other side, and Erland kind of catches his breath. And that's where we're going to end.
No! Get out of here!
So you see it sort of spectral. Yep, sort of spectral.
Why did Cliff Ironcloud make a deal with the Mullifers? Was the creature in the tunnels sent by someone to sabotage the project? Would Orba believe Erland if he says a ghost made him punch her in the face? Find out next time on Tabletop Notch.